Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Seasonal Swigs and Sweets. I'm John,
I'm Amber.
and today we're reviewing Night of the Living Stout.
It's from Full Pint Brewing. And for the dessert, we did individual apple crisps in mini ramekins. And that was from myrecipes.com.
Alright, so let's get a look at the label for Night of the Living Stout. Now, I think there's a lot to talk about here, isn't there, Amber?
There sure is. The first time I'm seeing it. This is fun. So basically, it's like a big homage to the movie, obviously, Night of the Living Dead.
I just got that.
I know, it wasn't obvious, right? You
Just
wouldn't
kidding.
you wouldn't have thought it.
You guys, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You're so funny. So there's a zombie reaching out from a grave, reaching for a beer. Presumably this one, I would assume. This is fun. The bottom says, they keep coming back in a thirsty lust for great taste. Is that a reference to the movie, John?
I believe the tagline from Night of the Living Dead was, they come back with a thirst for blood.
And there's a thing on the back, too.
Yeah, so all of the details about this beer are on it. Thankfully, I did check their website. So Full Pint Brewing is out of this is a local brewery out of North Versailles, Pennsylvania. If you pronounce things
or Versailles,
wrong, North
maybe.
Versailles. If you pronounce things correctly, but in Pittsburgh we pronounce it North Versailles. So,
Sure.
In case you don't know, Pittsburgh is is close to the location where Night of the Living Dead was filmed. Night of the Living Dead is my favorite movie, therefore I picked this beer. We'll see if it's my favorite beer. But there's a look at the label. I'm going to go ahead and rate this label a 6 out of 5 because because it's about my favorite movie. What do you think, Amber?
I mean, you're putting this on a pedestal, literally.
There's a pedestal here.
Pedestal right
Oh,
here.
man.
This guy.
The
we
laughs do
almost
not
get it.
stop on this show.
If we just had it like a little bit higher, that'd be
Yeah.
perfect, but we don't. Anyway, so how would I rate this? I mean, it's a pretty... Oh, it says beer nerd stats. Okay, that gives it a 5 out of 5.
I'm going to get to those things.
I'm just saying, I would give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay, so
John.
we have a 5 out
That's
of 5
solid
label. There is
It's a movie
the
classic.
Full Pint Brewing caps.
So,
So this says, from the depths of the Full Pint fermenters comes a spine-tingling stout that will have beer nerds returning from their graves. We single-hopped this brew with Cascade for a citrus character perfectly balanced with roasted malts for unrelenting great taste. The beer nerd stats are, it lists the malts, which are Pilsner, Crystal, roasted barley, and black, and the hops are Cascade. The alcohol by volume is 7, which is our strongest beer to date, I think, and the IBU is 110. So, some interesting things in that. For instance, they're using Cascade hops in this stout. Usually stouts are not very hop heavy, so we'll see how that translates here.
shall we?
We shall. I'm very excited about this. It also...
That like hits
Oh,
you.
yeah. It also referred to this beer as a West Coast stout. So,
If we drink this, are we going to turn into zombies, John?
were you bit? It's kind of the main
Wow.
question.
Look at this.
If you were bit and you drank this, probably.
The head on that is a lot darker.
Now, Amber brings up a good point, because in George A. Romero's zombie universe, it's actually anyone who dies becomes a zombie. Getting bit just makes you die faster. So, there's that. Okay. All right, this is
pleasant to smell.
This smells hoppy for a stout, to say the least. The head is kind of a brownish.
Yeah, I noticed that right away.
It kind of looks like
like
a cup,
coffee.
Yeah, it looks like a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you smell the citrusy Cascade hops?
Definitely.
I love Cascade hops.
I don't know if I love Cascade hops. I have no idea, but I smell something hoppy, I suppose.
Smells good, yeah. So it kind of smells like you took a Guinness and you poured it into a Sierra Nevada. That's what it smells like to me. It smells more refreshing than you would think a beer called Night of the Living Stout would be.
I mean, it smells like a stout, though. Like, it has that stout smell to it.
Mhm.
Like, you know how stouts are kind of like I hesitate to say coffee. I keep referencing coffee.
Yes, you do.
But it's what it smells like to me.
And it is opaque. There's no light getting through this at all.
You can't see a thing.
You can see that. It kind of looks like a Coke on camera, but it's a darker, heavy beer here.
All right, so
all right,
should we try
let's dig
it?
in.
Interesting. I get the citrusy going down first. Huh.
Okay. The first thing I thought of is, do you guys remember there used to be a soft drink that Coke made called Coke Black, B-L-A-K?
Is the coffee Coke?
It is coffee Coke. It was a drink that was half coffee, half Coke, basically. And when you would drink it, the first thing you would sip, you would think this tastes just like Coke. And then as it sat there for a second, you'd be like, wow, that's strong coffee. That's what this is like. The first sip you get is kind of like a light, refreshing beer.
I got citrusy right immediate.
Mm-hmm. And then as it settles in like the back of your throat,
it's like Bernie coffee, like.
Yeah, real roasty, real
very
dark,
Bernie.
almost like
not bad Bernie, but
chocolate covered espresso beans without the chocolate.
Yeah.
If you've ever had that, so I guess espresso beans, but I never would have just eaten those. Man.
Yeah, this is definitely a distinct beer, like a very different taste than what you might be used to in a stout. I like it, though.
To steal an amberism, this is interesting.
Is that what I always say in most reviews? I hope
in our reviews, I don't think you say it.
I say it in real life, though.
IRL.
We do exist outside of these little boxed walls here.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. I think it's very
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
The mouthfeel is a little... I think it's actually a little lighter. It's not creamy than you might expect it to be. That's not to say it's thin.
Though. No, I think it's a good amount.
This is a heavy beer. Yeah, this is a beer. This is not. I would not call this a session beer. I would not.
You can't go out and drink a bunch of these.
I mean, I would want to drink more than one of them because they're good, but I would have a very hard time getting it down.
And it'll make you full, I think.
And it is 7% alcohol by volume, so. Enjoy responsibly, I guess. So how would you give this? How would you rate it?
Let me do one more sip. Let me think about it. What I would rate it? Go off on tangents.
3 tangents out of 10.
I would say 3.4 out of 5.
Jeez, man,
What?
beers are having a real hard time breaking that 4-point threshold with you.
They really are.
Was that compared to stouts or compared to olive beer, all throughout beer creation?
I say stouts because I've had it.
Okay, so then how would you rate it as a beer?
As a beer in general.
As a beer experience.
Oh.
Copyright. You are perplexed by this beer.
Okay, if I was in like a specific mood to want a stout beer, this one's pretty good. So I would say 3.8, alright? 3.8. I can't get to the 4. 4 has to knock me off my feet.
3.8.
Okay? It just does.
Okay,
I'm sure Johnson gives like a 7 out of 5 because he's like, this is my favorite movie.
Okay, so...
Therefore, it's my favorite
Whenever
beer.
I bought this, I bought it because of the name, and I bought it because of the label. I didn't even know it was a local beer, although I probably could have guessed that. I am pretty impressed with this beer. For a stout, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I think, like Amber said, if you're in the mood for a stout, this would probably hit the spot for you. Probably be even better on tap, though I've never seen it on tap.
Yeah, me either.
And for beers in general, I think it's pretty good. So I would give it a 4 to 5. I hope that makes sense, the way that we do this rating. I feel like it doesn't. Anyway, 4 to 5.
Well, see, his average, though, is a 4 across the board, whereas mine, between what did I say, a 3 point...
3.4 and 3.8.
So we're talking 3.6.
Sure, you're right. And so, yeah. All
Okay.
right.
But yeah, all in all, I don't dislike it. I'm just not saying this is not going to be the thing that like tops my list.
Have you liked a single beer yet in all of our reviews?
Yes, I've liked them, but I'm not saying I would be like, this is the next beer I have to order at the bar or whatever, you know? Or like if I'm thinking, okay, it's fall, what do I have to buy when I go to the store? And so far, none of these have impressed me enough to make me want to say that. So,
all right. And on Beer Advocate, the crowd rated it an 82, which is a good rating. All right.
see, I would say good rating too.
Okay.
So, all right, so on to dessert.
On to the desserts.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
And we're back. So, for the dessert this time, we made individual apple crisps. It's a really easy recipe, actually. So, we'll show you. It's kind of hot, so we have to handle it very carefully. So, ramekin, yay!
There it is.
Get a better shot. There, so you see like the crumble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's to serve with ice cream. There's fruit on the bottom.
Yeah, and these were pink lady apples, which are our favorite. Boo! Our favorite baking apples. And this is some vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah.
From our local peddler of wares.
This recipe tends to call for...
Why do we have 3 forks? Anyway.
We're ready to go.
Right.
But this usually calls for walnuts. We did not include that because this guy's allergic.
Ba-bum-ba-dum.
But, you know, you can add those and it probably gets an extra crunch.
Did we mention that? No, that was in our secret pilot that no one's seen yet.
Right. So, guess we're going to try this now. Yay!
This looks very good. And I have to say, nothing went wrong while doing this.
No,
well,
this
we
was
haven't tasted
so
it yet.
easy. It's really hot.
America. Well, that's what the ice cream's for.
Mm. Mm.
It's really good.
And it was super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we baked this one. So we only did 2. The recipe calls for 4, but we baked it for about 16 minutes total. Got like nice and brown on top, and it is excellent.
The crust is really crunchy. What's that made out of?
The crust is just flour, sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and some melted butter. You just kind of mush it up with a fork. Then you do all the apple stuff, mix that with cinnamon, butter, or no butter, sorry, apple's lemon juice and sugar, and you put that on the bottom, put the crumble on top, and that's all you do, literally.
Yep.
It's like so easy.
It's really good. Yeah, that really couldn't be easier.
You can impress all your friends with like fancy ramekins. Those make you look super adult, you know?
Well, this might be a good, since I always try to tie it into some kind of social event, because we get invited to so many parties. Maybe we're just hoping someone will invite us over and serve us these things one day. That's why I keep...
Please invite us someday.
But this would be great for
we
your...
can bring so many things good.
for your fall dinner party.
I'm good now.
If you're going to have one.
Sure, have another dinner party.
Have a fall dinner party. This would be a great dessert because everyone would have their own.
Yeah. Yeah, and these ramekins that I got here, the red ones, they're from Target, and they were like $2 each. Oven safe, man. That's how you do things.
In Target, our business inquiries email is in the...
in the About section.
Yeah, in the
If you
About
want to
section.
get in touch with us...
Whatever. That one was free, but if you want to...
I mean, we can do a sponsored post. We're into monetizing if you want us to be.
Anyway, do we still rate desserts? I feel like we haven't
We
for a while.
haven't in a while, but this is like a 5 out of 5. This is delightful.
Yeah.
Like with the ice cream, ooh.
Yeah.
So nice.
It was really easy.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do
Just
it.
make it.
You won't regret it. If you like apples and you like crunchy stuff and like cinnamon, it's really good. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much all we've got for you guys today.
So, thanks for watching.
Bye.